2025 didn't end the way anyone expected. We thought recession fears were exaggerated. We thought the dollar was unshakable. We thought the global system would stay predictable. But by the end of this year, 2025, the world quietly entered a financial reset. Not announced on TV, not recognized by governments, but visible to anyone who understands the deeper movement of global money. Tonight, we connect the dots between the final days of 2025 and the dangerous possibilities of 2026. Because if history repeats itself, and it always does, then 2026 won't just be a new year. It may be the year the world learns the true cost of the choices made in 2025.
2025 was not a normal year. It was a year that exposed the fragility of the current financial system. Exploding global debt, rising geopolitical tensions, weakening trust in the U.S. dollar, and the aggressive expansion of the BRICS alliance. Economists call this the silent reset, a reset that doesn't happen in one day, but sneaks in slowly until suddenly the world realizes everything has changed. In this video, we will answer the three biggest questions. What exactly collapsed or shifted in 2025? Are we heading toward a deeper reset in 2026? And most importantly, how does this affect your money? Let's begin.
"2025 showed the clearest signs yet that the U.S. dollar's dominance is no longer guaranteed. Here's what happened this year. BRICS expansion accelerated. Trade between major economies shifted to local currencies. Even long-term U.S. allies began discussing partial de-dollarization. Foreign governments reduced purchases of U.S. treasuries, a sign of declining trust in America's ability to manage its debt. For the first time in decades, the financial world asked, is the dollar too big to fail or too big to save? 2025 didn't kill the dollar, but it marked the year the world stopped believing it was invincible.
BRICS began 2025 as a loose alliance, but it ended the year as a financial bloc with real influence. Here's what changed. Member nations executed over 42% of their trade using local currencies or gold-based systems, including energy-rich states, giving BRICS something the dollar always relied on: energy dominance. Not launched yet, but 2025 was the year the BRICS settlement unit became a realistic tool, a unit backed partly by gold and commodities. BRICS didn't replace the dollar this year, but 2025 was the year they proved they can challenge it.
If there was a single number that defined 2025, it was this: $350 trillion. That's the global debt level at the end of the year. Governments printed, borrowed, expanded, and inflated their currencies to survive crises. But 2025 pushed the world to the edge. Why? Because debt reached the point where paying it back is impossible, reducing it is politically suicidal, and ignoring it is mathematically catastrophic. Economists now agree 2026 cannot continue with the same rules. Something must break or reset.
2026 may be the year of slow collapse, not sudden destruction. Here's how the slow burn scenario looks. The dollar remains strong, but not dominant. It remains the top currency, but not the only one for global trade. Debt issues and global diversification weaken investor trust. More countries join BRICS, and the world becomes financially multipolar. This scenario means no collapse, but a permanent shift in power. This is the scenario that keeps economists awake at night. A geopolitical event, a sudden economic failure, a major shift in oil pricing could destabilize the global system in days, not months. What happens then? Dollar drops fast, gold skyrockets, markets panic, and global trade freezes. It's unlikely, but 2025 proved that unlikely doesn't mean impossible.
The reset has already begun. 2026 will decide its direction. Here's what matters: gold, silver, real estate, productive assets. Debt becomes your enemy during resets. Financial literacy will protect you more than any investment. 2026 is not the year to panic. It's the year to prepare intelligently.
2025 changed the world quietly. 2026 may change it loudly. The question now is simple. Where will you stand when the reset completes? If you want deeper videos like this, subscribe to Finance Unfolded, because the story of money is just beginning.